Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, champion, champion,
On 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9. From motivationals
To news,
to sports and talk.
we'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for starting your day with us on 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan. This is the first edition of Breakdown Newspaper Review for the week. Today is the 26th in the month of April 2021. I welcome you. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. For 1 hour, we'll be flipping through pages of papers and we'll be doing the analysis of same. I have with me OLUTAYO, OGUNADE.
Good morning to you, Dele. Good morning to you, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE. Welcome to your morning tonic. We have Dr. Oluwayo right here with us in the studio. We'll be doing the analysis together. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Well, top of the day to you.
All right, we get to the stories we have here. I'll be starting from Daily Trust. Bandits break into church in Kaduna, kill worshipper. Boni's whereabouts unknown as Boko Haram's havoc on Gaidam enters day 3. Boko Haram attacks Borno town, Minok. ICPC recovers 1.1 billion naira loot in 2021 Q1. Obasanjo feigns ignorance of secession agitation. Boko Haram financing, no secret trial for arrested BDC operators. Ndume tells federal government. Thousands flee homes as Boko Haram holds Gaidam. Nigeria facing asymmetric emergency security threats. Defense Minister, officer who sneaked drugs thrown into prison nabbed in Kano. Nigeria, China's 720 billion naira currency swap deal on slow pace 3 years after. How Boko Haram survives and weapons stolen from Nigerian military. Let's see some more from Daily Trust. 2023, lawmaker seeks better deal for Southern Kaduna. Ruthless Rivers Angels drop Sunshine Queens 4-0 in Super 6 final. All right, let's see some more here. PDP kicks as APC claims registering 2.5 million in Lagos. 2023 will wrest power from APC in Ogun. PDP.
Taking stories from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. NSAS petitioners grumble over non-payment of compensation in Akwa Ibom. Nigerian military loses troops in Minok after Boko Haram attack. And Pantami, Muslim leaders attack Christian leadership over calls for DSS invitation. I pray bandits don't attack Nigeria's president like in Chad, Reverend Ayokunle. And the vice president said God has promises for Nigeria. Boko Haram, Governor Buni meets Chief of Defense Staff over Gaidam invasion. Tambuwal doing well in office, Obasanjo. Over 1 billion worth of counterfeit products destroyed in Kano. Revenue collectors who mount roadblocks will be sanctioned, Plateau government warns. Insecurity fueling school apathy, increasing dropouts, UBEC boss Boboy. And Kaduna government confirms attack on church, killing, abduction of worshippers. Can condemns attack, killing of Christian worshippers in Kaduna. Ebonyi Council boss caution Southeast leaders. Groups on rejection, Ebubeagu. Nawaj raises alarm over high death rate from malaria. Pantami, Prophet Elijah blasts Garba Shehu, says he should be probed for terrorism. Sultan of Sokoto loses brother. Tinubu sends condolence. Cult clashes. Olanipekun condemns Ekiti killings. Cultism as Obadu threatens curses. Greenfield students. Pastor Giwa calls out preachers who helped Buhari in 2015. 2023, shifting power to Igbos will end agitations. Pampiek and Okupe gets backing for 2023 presidency. Imo, Primate Ayodele names enemies of Uzodima, says no peace until Hedioa returns. JAMB reschedules UTME mock exams. Police confirm attack on security agents in Rivers State by unknown gunmen. And finally, from Delhi Post newspaper, bandits reportedly invade church in Kaduna, kill worshippers.
We are live on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan, 32FM 949 live on YouTube. You can go there, drop your comment or your question. Well, I go to Premium Times now, and from there, COVID-19, Nigeria records 35 new cases, 1 death on Sunday. What Southeast governors discussed on Sunday's security meeting in Enugu. Police officers, other security officials killed in deadly attack in Rivers. Gunmen kill 1, abduct 4 in Kaduna church attack. Jaga reloaded. Idris Abdul Karim was desperate to support Buhari for money. Kayamo, South Wiki, Nigeria. Over 239 killed, 44 kidnapped in separate incidents. That's in Nigeria. All right, let's see some more here from Premium Times. How I marched UI academic record despite extracurricular activities. All right, let's see some more. Insecurity. Southeast governors reiterate support for state police. JAMB reschedules 2021 mock examination. Extrajudicial killing. Police dismiss killer corp. Malabo group threatens legal action over Doke's letter to police. Insecurity. Southeast governors' opinion leaders in closed-door meeting in Enugu. NDLEA seizes 10 billion naira heroin. A cat at Lagos Kano airports. Malaria contributes to reduced economic growth in Nigeria, other African countries. Simeon Wako sets record with brace against Palmer.
A screaming headline from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Gunmen run riot in Kaduna, Rivers, Oyo, with those riders attack church, kill medical doctor, abduct 4, kill another 7 in Kaduna, abduct hotelier, wife, 3 children, 4 others in Oyo. 8 security operatives fared killed at checkpoints in Rivers, and criminality being taken to reckless heights. That's from governors. The stories are contained on page 2 and page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Also, police lack sophisticated vehicles to track criminals. IGP. Policemen allegedly extort LASU students of 153,000 naira in Ogun. Federal government punishing over 500 lecturers for rejecting IPPIS. ASU. Road accidents claim 9 wedding guests in Edo. Nigeria needs 1.89 trillion naira to eradicate malaria, says federal government. And finally, this morning, COVID-19. Nigeria maintains 7 days quarantine policy as UK bans flight from India.
And from the Guardian newspaper, Nigeria ranks 43rd nation with prohibitive data charges globally. Police dismiss cop over alleged extrajudicial killing. Presidency now employer defender of terrorists, bandits, Fayoshe says. All right, separate demands probe of Serap, I beg your pardon, demands probe of missing $30 million safe school funds. NDLEA intercept 10 billion naira heroin carts on Lagos. Kano airports. BUA denies cement price hike, accuses retailers of exploiting loopholes. Still from the Guardian, rising from controversial Congress, Southwest PDP seeks rebirth. Restructuring is inevitable, best for Zamfara, suitable for North, says Hamidu. State police impossible without national consensus, constitutional amendment. Still from the Guardian, let's see, and best pound for pound fighter on earth, I beg your pardon, Usman boasts. All right, still do have more from the Guardian, definitely. Before we go to another one, let me take about 2 or 3. Deadly Sunday as gunmen run amok in Kaduna, Rivers, Borno. Another one here, conglomerates real under high costs, poor infrastructure. One more before we go to another paper, and growing burden of public debts on the economy.
From Punch newspaper, we have these. Outrage greets abduction of Christian worshippers in Kaduna. Troops raid Benue Monarch's palace, chief escapes. Tompolo, others perform spiritual cleansing of Niger Delta. India's deadly COVID-19 variant. Federal government expert panel meets today, plans additional measures. Our experiences when sandstorm hit flight from Abuja. Passengers, 11 killed as speeding bus crashes into truck in Kwara. Boko Haram still occupying Jaidam. Jobe local government chair. ICPC recovered 1.1 billion naira, seized 29 buildings, 13 businesses, chairman, and PIRS threatens imprisonment for officials mounting illegal revenue checkpoints. Boko Haram launches fresh attack on Maiduguri outskirts. Kalu 6 national stakeholders meeting over insecurity. Tambuwal, a dynamic governor, says Obasanjo. 319,755 benefited from federal government's payroll support scheme, presidential aid. And Ondo alleges plot to undermine Akeredolu's government. Gunmen kill ASP, injure others in Adamawa. Confusion in Owerri as gunmen shoot security vehicle. Others. I don't know when we're going to stop having all those scary headlines.
I know. Dominating the headlines this morning. The papers. During Ajimobi's tenure, Oyo can't be this insecure Islamic scholar. Ayede takes slight dig at Makinde. Olokwenyo rejects Makinde's Ramadan gift. This is from Oyo Insight. Let's see another one. BCOS, you are ignorant of modern governance. Stop advancing Makinde wrongly. APC group. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll look at these headlines.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Put your hands up if you want to have fun. Yeah! Or explore and investigate. Yay! What about dance and create? Then there's laughter and learning. Yay! And don't forget about making new friends. Woohoo! So, parents, it's time to also put up your hands because there's no better way to keep the kids entertained and learning with loads of DSTV channels to keep them in good company. Yay! Get and stay connected to DSTV. Yay!
Who is this? So, hello?
Hello. Now you be the lucky customer where we want dash our Adam's apple olive cream. We go help reduce the size of your Adam's apple. You go flat and saute.
What's the ear no go here? Ha! If to see I don't get data now, I don't know who they call, no pick 'em.
No matter your phone, whether you get data or not, you say sabi what they call. Turn up Kulele Mind with MTN what they call. Now 5 naira per day and 15 naira per month. Dial *5058 #. Make you enjoy.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
If you don't know the transfer news, you might tell your friends your team has the top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your friends your team has the top striker, they might loudly disagree. If they loudly disagree, the whole viewing center might get involved. If the whole viewing center gets involved, you might lose the argument. If you lose the argument, you might kick the floor in frustration. Before things get out of hand, settle it with Google Search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and so much more on your Google app.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now, you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 18,600 naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
lọ mú àpò débi tí ebílì ṣe àìpò méjì fún mi. Máàmì méjì báwo. Torí pé
máa fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí máa fi kan tó kún pa gbogbo kòkòrò.
ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bí báyìí màá mi.
wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tọkàn mi fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíìṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíìṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
What if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back, 32 FM 94.9 Break It On Newspaper Review. If you just joined, I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Thank you for joining. And of course, if you join at 6, thank you for staying tuned.
And I am DELE ADEYANJU. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Ojedokun. Ojedokun. Good morning.
Yes, top of the day again.
Yes, I pick it from Tayo's mouth this morning. He said terrible reports just everywhere. But we have some people giving us hope. Baba Kumuyi of the Deeper Life Church says, don't give up, but Nigerians are frustrated already. Bitter headlines everywhere. And even this morning, the Vice President said God has promises for Nigerians, but it seems that God is even looking at us that I gave you everything you needed, but seems you have decided to do it the way you want. You have mismanaged it, so don't call on me any longer.
Sad week in Nigeria. Over 239 killed, 44 kidnapped in separate incidents.
It's becoming routine. It's becoming part and parcel of our lives. The stories are becoming ingrained. The government's lethargy and the government's inaction, ability to function, kidnapping, mayhem, murder, whatever is bad, whatever is negative. The worst of Nigeria seems to be what we're getting on a daily basis. And little wonder, many people are fleeing the sin that is called Nigeria. Some are calling it a sin of tragedy. Some of us still think there is hope. But many people look at us with scorn and derision because the stories keep on rolling out, not just in, sporadic means, but vast majority of the news we're getting that shows that governance has broken down and that the men that we have in charge are men of straw, an inability to rise to the occasion, inability to use the system, the structure, to advance the security of the people. You see, the Constitution is very clear. The primary function of government is the security, the welfare and the security of the people. And if a government is unable to provide security, that government is good enough for nothing. They failed, and they are failing in their primary constitutional role. And I think you cannot sugarcoat it with state press releases from Gabasheo or the presidency as we now resort to. That will not do it.
The president of CAN said that he is hopeful and is praying that Nigeria's president doesn't get attacked like it happened in Chad. So, because it has happened to some governors, so the fear now is about the president. So, who is in charge?
Well, the president certainly is not in charge. I think we should stop sugarcoating it. He's not in charge. He doesn't have a know-how. He doesn't have a clue. It's just not there. Who is in charge is the so-called presidency, a collection of cabals, you understand, hustling for power, trying to place themselves, not for the good of Nigerians, not for the benefit of our security or our welfare, but to ensure that when 2023 comes, they're in a better position to protect themselves and protect their interests. So even if anything happens to the president today, that's not so much the issue. The issue is that how do we get rid of a structure that does not allow the Nigerian state to make progress at all? How do we get rid of a structure that is only interested in self-interest, not interested in the good of Nigerians, not interested in peace and security, but self-interest? How can you sit in Aso Rock or wherever you sit And you see the carnage unfolding on a daily basis, like a movie scene. And yet, nothing constructive. You are unable to do something constructive, say something constructive, or undo something constructive. There's one man in that government. There's one man in that government who can really perform. And yet what you do because of self-interest is to hobble him, put him in the back room and ensure that he doesn't perform. There are two people on that ticket elected. The president is elected, of course, and the vice president. And some people in this country have ensured that the vice president, you understand, has no say. Is reduced to homilies. It's reduced to, speaking on esoteric matters, not matters that really concern Nigerians today. And you begin to ask, do we have a country? Some will say there was a country. I hope there still remains a country.
There is no better adjective to qualify what the country is experiencing now rather than Nigeria is failing, Doctor. We cannot deny the fact any longer. Now, even the whereabouts of Governor Malabuni of Yobe State have been unknown since Boko Haram insurgents swooped on Gaidam on Friday.
Yeah. And that's the stage we get. Some people raised
traditional rulers have been abducted. Governors are running from their states.
Absolutely. And weeks ago, alarm was raised when the governor of a state, governor of Benue State, was attacked. It seems that is now the order of the day. Governors are no longer safe. Government functionaries are unsure as to the next step to take. So what do we do? Is there some kind of, divine intervention? But even the divine intervention is going to use vessels.
Any intervention in sight, apart from divine intervention?
Well, the intervention that would normally have come would have come from the Senate, from the House of Representatives, but they failed. They've already conceded that acquiescence is their form of governance. That rather than be critical friends, they comment not, they intervene not, you understand? All they do is nod their heads, you understand, wink when the executive issues orders.
Unfortunately, some of them come on Facebook to write out their thoughts, but when they get to where they can effect changes, then they keep quiet.
Do you know that there was a debate on this Pantami issue? It was supposed to be a debate. Do you know that it was shut down? It was shut down. We are in the tours of terrorism, in the tours of kidnapping, banditry. And you have a minister who has a past which is drenched in that. Yes, it's gone for repentance and all those kind of things. But is it not a matter of national concern that it should be discussed at least to see whether there's any link, ongoing link?
But Jabi Amela shut it down.
Well, some people think, are under an illusion that just acquiescence or just cooperate, just give these people, the other side, what they want. And then when the time comes, you will get the price, assuming that the price will still remain.
We have some more headlines here. Even the eastern part of the country is not spared of... I feel this banditry that we actually talk about is actually terrorism in disguise.
Terrorism. It's terrorism. We call it banditry. It's a fanciful name, but it's really terrorism. It's criminality of the highest order. Uncontrolled, unbridled criminality, which is designed to hobble the Nigerian state and to hold the entire people hostage. Nigeria today has become a large, prison where people are kidnapped at will and where people are attacked mercilessly and where the government is unable to do much.
Do you think secession is the way forward? Some people are clamoring, some activists are clamoring for secession very seriously. Do you think that is the way forward? Is it about Fulani? Is it about Yoruba? Is it about leadership? What is the problem of the country at the moment?
Whatever we call it, an orderly separation might be something we need to begin to consider. Orderly discussion, because if the center will not allow the constitution to prevail, if the center will not allow competence to reign, if the center will continue to allow violence to be foisted upon us, then let the states, let the regions decide what they want. If the Southwest wants peace, development, security, educational advancement, then let them get it. And if the North or some people or part of the country want to be living in the Stone Age, where people are kidnapped, killed, raped, pillaged, and raped, then they may have it, So let the dividing lines be drawn. Let's get what we want, rather than being in position of violence, in position of hopelessness, and in position of kidnapping on the scale that we're getting. We have to decide which way or the other.
I've seen professors from the North defend Issa Pantami.
And that is it. Let them defend him, you understand? And if they defend him, let them go their own way and defend it within their area. People in the South and other parts of the country are not defending him. They say, we want something different, you see. And where you have a country where some people will defend the kind of extremism, you understand, as exhibited by Pantami, and others will say, no, we don't want it, then it means that the center can no longer hold, The center certainly can no longer hold.
One really wonders how President Buhari can find sleep in the midst of all of this happening in his country.
No, many will say
where
that.
a country is war to protect.
Many people will
and
say.
Defend.
Many people say that he's oblivious to what is going on. And if a man is oblivious to the magnitude, to the extent of the rampage, the extent of the pillage, the extent, of the criminality on him, then what else can he do? You see, we assume that he actually has a grasp. I'm not sure that he has a grasp as to the magnitude of what is going on. He does what he's told to do. He does what he's fed with. And that's unfortunate for Nigeria.
Killing and abduction of students in secondary schools happened, and now it has extended to private schools. 3 students of Greenfield University were killed, and the rest are still there in captivity. What's happening in the mind of their parents?
First and foremost, it must be harrowing for the parents, and of course our minds and our thoughts go to the parents that have lost their children at this time. Of course, horror, sheer horror, anxiety of unimaginable proportions, and of course a kind of they're stunned, unable to do much, you understand? Because when you get that and you can't do much, you're expected to raise 1 billion naira. Not exactly 1 billion, but, give or take, 200 million. 1 billion. It's as if these kidnappers certainly want to kill them. Because asking them to raise 800 million, you understand, it's unacceptable. So the anguish they're going through now is unimaginable. And, in a normal country, you would expect the president to offer soothing words. You expect the president to inspire, to encourage. You expect the president to be out there using the bully pulpit. Our president is nowhere to be found. He comes, he smiles for the pages of the newspaper and camera, and no action comes forth from that.
But those presidents cried, he wept on national TV, I can remember.
Yes, when he had cognition, when his cognition was in full flow. It seems today that the Buhari that some people knew before is certainly a shadow of his former self. There is no connection with Nigerian people, no connection with governance. He relies only on Gabashil to issue press releases that mean nothing to anybody. It means nothing to you. It means nothing to me. It certainly doesn't mean anything to the terrorists.
Now, El Rufai recently said, to prevent students from being abducted from schools, we should cite schools around police or military formations and all that. We also discussed some time ago about the Safe School funds. Now, the SARP is saying, demanding probe of missing $30 million Safe School funds. What did they do with the money?
Well, that's the story of Nigeria. We are unable to account for basic funds. No one knows what has been done, but what is clear is that the schools are not safer. They've not been able to put up the infrastructure. El Rufai, of course, keeps on coming up with improbable things. You situate schools near military barracks. Even the military themselves have been attacked, So it's not even safe when you situate it there. They become sitting ducks from that point of view. I think those in governance have run out of ideas. I think we have men of straw in governance now. And I'm sorry to say, some might attack me, but it's the reality of it. Because if you cannot guarantee the safety of people, the security of people, peace of mind, then governance is for nothing.
When we talk about leadership, who are we really referring to as leaders in this country?
Oh, we're talking about the governors. We're talking about the members of the House of Representatives, the senators. We're talking about the members of the House of Assembly. Those are our supposed leaders. Those are supposed to be the opinion formers. Those are the people who are supposed to find solutions. We elected them for that purpose. We pay them for that purpose. We give them enormous amounts of money, bankrupting the Nigerian nation. But what do we get in return? Nothing. We get sorrow, tears, and blood.
When we return from the commercial break, Nigeria-China 720 billion naira currency swap deal on slow pace 3 years after. We'll be back.
In 300 meters, turn right.
You know you can call me on the phone. Baby, I got you.
In 40 meters, make a left turn.
You can reach me overseas, my dear.
You have arrived at the Glow World Smartphone Festival. Congratulations!
Welcome to Glow World, the one place everyone is going to enjoy the best deals with the Glow Smartphone Festival data plans. Get up to 12 gigabytes for 6 months on all smartphone purchases. Also get amazing gifts like headsets, Bluetooth speakers, backpacks, and so much more on select smartphones. Offer valid till the 30th of April 2021. T&Cs apply.
Glow Unlimited.
Put your hands up if you want to have fun.
Or explore and investigate? Yay! What about dance and create? Then there's laughter and learning. Yay! And don't forget about making new friends. Woohoo! So, parents, it's time to also put up your hands because there's no better way to keep the kids entertained and learning with loads of DSTV channels to keep them in good company. Yay! Get and stay connected to DSTV.
Yay! If you know sabi transfer news, you fit tell your party say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your party say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout dey follow you argue.
No way.
If dem shout dey follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If dem shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick bench as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
Devon Kings Madrino. Nah, better Madrino. Devon Kings Madrino. Nah.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
Devon Kings Madrino. Nah, better Madrino.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambik IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Grooming a new generation that cannot be intimidated anywhere in the world involves creating an enabling environment for our children to explore and crave for more innovation. Hence, the consortium of intellectuals have brainstormed to design an educational framework through a world-class government-approved institution, Inselberg Coast International German-Swiss Schools. Admission is currently ongoing for creche, nursery, primary, and secondary, an environment where your baby can be sufficiently catered for, superb boarding facilities, conducive learning environment, and our tuition is affordable. Register your child at Inselberg Coast International German Swiss School. Entrance examination comes up every Thursday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Number 33 ADEYANJU Street off Awolowo Road, Old Bodija, Ibadan. Website www.inselberggermanschool.com or call 0812 325 5076 or 0812 141 6830. Inselberg Coast German Swiss School, where cultural diversity brings collective strength.
Ibadan! 9 Mobile 4G LTE has landed and we are in for the time of our lives. Streaming matches will never be the same. Video calls will be clearer than ever. Work will be so smooth, it won't feel like work. That's smooth.
Yes, Ibadan. Enjoy browsing with quality 4G LTE on 9 mobile data plans. Get 2 GB plus free access to social media for 500 naira, 7 GB plus free access to social media for 1,500 naira, and 3.5 GB free data for night streaming on select monthly data plans of 1,000 naira and above. Dial *200*3*1# to get started. T's and C's apply. 9 Mobile.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now, you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 18,600 naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Devon Kings Madrino. Nah, better Madrino. Devon Kings Madrino. Nah.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
Devon Kings Madrino. Nah, better Madrino.
32FM 94.9 Ibadan. Don't forget you're live on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. We're still talking about the issues in the news. Almost all stories there is about security and insecurity and about all this and all that. People berating the Buhari government. Now I asked the question, where do we go from here? Who is going to wrestle power? Who is going to restore normalcy in this country? Donyo Kukwe, some people endorsed him. Tinubu, there is a rumor that is likely to contest. So who, I don't know. I asked the question the other time that when we talk about leadership, who are we referring to? So who is going to fix Nigeria?
We don't have any substantial figure yet. We don't have an Obama figure. Many of the people we're concerned about or we're talking about, many of them are compromised by past. Many of them have not come up with any original ideas. People are not really talking ideas here. They're talking about positioning, they're talking about zoning, and they're talking about entitlement.
Taking us back to the Western region era, the Northern region, those people had ideas.
Of course they had ideas.
It seems we are bereft of ideas.
We are bereft of ideas because our politics has been corrupted, because our politics is devoid of ideology. Our politics is about acquisition of power and the primitive acquisition of wealth. That's what our politics has been reduced to. And what that does to you, it drives away the intellectuals, it drives away those innovators and those with creativity. It's a sad situation. We have a desert of ideas. We have bankruptcy of leadership. That's very clear. It's very clear from the National Assembly. It's very clear from the House of Reps and the various houses. So who's going to bail the cat? Well, people would say people like us who are analyzing from that point of view. But the difficulty and complexity of the Nigerian situation, if you don't have illicit wealth, corrupt wealth, you understand, you're unable to compete at ward level, at constituency level with some of these characters. And that's the sad story. But there has to be a breakthrough somehow because we can't go on. The other day, on Saturday night, there were gunshots near where I live, you understand, from that point of view. And, of course, the whole place had to be locked down because there was robbery going on. That's become a feature, a normal feature of Nigerian society. And how can societies continue to exist like that? You see, the problem is that there would always be crisis. But where there's crisis and there's no leadership, leadership is gone vacant. Leadership has deserted. That's the problem we face in Nigeria. At least let's have somebody who takes the bull by the horns, not an absentee leader who rules, you understand, through his surrogates or through what is called the presidency.
I still ask, what's the role of governors here?
Oh, the role of governors, in many instances, they act as glorified councillors or council chairmen.
Isn't that derogatory?
Well, it's not, but that's the reality because they are not in charge of security. They cannot stem the tide of despondency that is going on. All they do a lot of times is issue releases also, as same that happens in the center. And sometimes it's not their fault, but the situation is that's what they find.
And they say talk is cheap, so we don't want any more talks now. We want action.
Yes, talk is cheap. We want action.
We don't want to lose our best brains to foreign countries. We don't want to lose Tayo to US or Canada. We want him to stay on ground in Nigeria here.
For many, it's already too late, but let's see if we can at least stem the tide. Let's see if we can stem the tide. And by stemming the tide, we must get a semblance of good governance. We must get people in 2 years who can really know what they're talking about. But can we wait for 2 years?
We thought NSAS was going to provide solution, but it seems that it's dead.
They crushed it, didn't they? They crushed the NSAS. They crushed the movement. They crushed the ingenuity and the creativity and the innovation of the youth. They crushed it. And what they did was they sought to criminalize it and they sought to sweep it under the carpet. Once you bottle in your youths, once you crush your youths, then that country has nowhere to go. Because the future of any country lies in their youths.
0906 2009 0906 2009. That's the number to call this morning.
I read about the 720 billion naira currency swap deal with China the other time, and how, I don't know, what are we benefiting from it? We talk about lopsided trade relations. China seems to be the one gaining from that deal. Nigeria is just getting, the short end of the stick.
We keep on getting the short end. But I'm going to pivot away from that to say that under this government, we've had more borrowing in the short time than any other government previously. And we're trying all kinds of gimmicks, economic gimmicks, currency swap deals, borrowing loans, unprecedented levels, and yet it's taking us nowhere. All that hasn't given us security. All that hasn't given us welfare. All that hasn't given us a better education system.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeyanju Yomola from UI. I just pity this country 2015, 2019 was enough for us to understand this kind of leadership we have. And we won a lot of, especially Nigerian youth. When you are talking to them, they will be insulting you. Now, three students, university they were killed in Kaduna State, and yesterday, another doctor was killed in Kaduna State. Do you know what it costs to raise a student in university? Do you know what needs to become a medical doctor? And some people don't understand. Today now, a governor is on the run. Governor of Borno escaped twice. Boko Haram wanted to keep him alive. They say they wanted to kill him with a kill, but they like to kidnap him alive. So this government, with some people, if I describe the kind of government we are, you guys will cut off this call. That's why the best of today. We are in trouble.
All right, we got your point. 0906 2009 What is the hallmark of leadership, Doctor?
Well, decisiveness, accountability, accessibility, inspirational. We don't have any of that. There's no leadership going on here. What we have are cliques, what we have are clans, what we have are cabals. We don't have leadership. There's no leadership going on in Nigeria at the moment. You understand? What we have are placeholders, imposters, people that are power grabbing, you understand, in the absence of the president.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
The problem in this country is very systemic. And the solution to this problem is let the people, let the concerning leaders restructure this country. That is the truth of the matter. That is the way out. Thank you. This is Ombashorun. Morning.
Restructuring,
Yes.
and restructuring.
No, restructuring, no doubt about it, because we have to make the center relevant, and we have to make the regions or the states, as it might be, the powerhouse of ideas and of innovation and change.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Hello,
morning.
good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Bayo. Hello, are you hearing me, Tayo?
We can hear you, Bayo.
Yeah, quick one. Dr. Jedogun used one English. I want you to help me to use that English again. Do you know why this killing, bandit, terrorists, I don't know if you continue persist. The president is not aware. I will still be my feet and say it. Anything that comes out is presidency. I want to ask a question on that platform that what is going between president and presidency? Up to now, I didn't get the answer. Buhari is not aware anything that's going on in this country. Because I can't believe that the president can just sit down. I'm hearing all this killing every day. And relax. He will not take action. Look at when OG and this thing, remember that time, it's in Baisa, I don't know. What did this man say? He said he should wipe away he gives an order. But this was not aware, he doesn't know what is going on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bayo. So, Dr. Jedokun, what do we do with a president that is unaware of the happenings, the going-ons in the country?
Well, if the constitution was working, then we would have the medical panel testing to see whether he has the intellectual capacity, he has the cognition and the lot. But the constitution is not working. What has happened is that the accolades, the cronies, the appointees, the allies of the president have ensured that he's shielded, and they are taking decisions on his behalf. That's why Gabashew has pivoted. He used to say the president, but now he says the presidency because he realizes that people have caught on. So there are a group of people within the presidency that are taking decisions in the name of the president, no connection to reality, no link to the needs of the people, and are not addressing their situation that we face in this country today.
We'll go on a short break now. We will be back.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Guy, you don't don't see that new funny video for Twitter? That one with the boy.
You mean this one?
What of that brother Shaggy news kit where they circulate WhatsApp?
Oh, this one.
What of that meme where the guy
when mouth open like this, ba?
Mr. Noito, which data you they use know all these things?
Now Glow new data plans get me.
Are you serious?
With just 50 naira, and they get 50 MB, and with just 100 naira, and they get 150 MB. We have to use chat or browse on top Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and even Snapchat. Don't dull yourself, oh. Dial *777# now. Make you begin the browse. They go.
Glow Unlimited.
If you don't know the transfer news, you might tell your friends your team has the top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your friends your team has the top striker, they might loudly disagree. If they loudly disagree, the whole viewing center might get involved. If the whole viewing center gets involved, you might lose the argument. If you lose the argument, you might kick the floor in frustration. Before things get out of hand, settle it with Google Search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and so much more on your Google app.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà kọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneton cleanser ni.
já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneton cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneton cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà ti gbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneton cleanser jáde. a wà ní nọ́mbà 17 ọba akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn. telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà. ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Guy, wetin dey make you scatter house like this? Abeg, you help me see my Airtel SIM. I carry am give Sade yesterday o. But you no dey use am again na. Yay! You don carry my bonus give landlord pikin. Na today you go pack out. On top Airtel SIM?
Yes o. If you don reach 15 days wey you never use your Airtel SIM, go find am now. Because why? Ogbonge awoof full on top o. Hey, get 2,000 naira airtime plus extra 200 MB for just 200 naira. The more you recharge, the more you awoof o. To begin enjoy this awoof, just dial *241*7#. Terms and conditions dey o.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Wetin you dey wait for? You no need to stress at all. Anybody don dey for us. Make we jolly dey go. Even small pikin, mommy, daddy, better life for you. Oya brukututu komaro. Sisi Eko abeg no dey slow. Zenny Bank better life promo. E don dey yafu for you. 30,000 worth of gift.
For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com/better life. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Welcome back. Still taking calls 0906200949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Shogun from Mayo.
Right.
This is my own personal opinion. Everything that is happening in Nigeria now is being caused by the elites. Police guys, civil servants, police, everything, because some of them have lost out of power. What's happening in Zamfara, Imo, Kaduna, is being caused by this political elite that have lost power. Now, I want to give you a report about Amateku University. It's a live program yesterday morning. These Amateku people were given only one uniform and shoe. They have not been paid since. If you don't want to have any security outfit, we should not have it. The governors should call the Obas, Eze, Bali, and everybody, give them order for 21 days. To produce people that are causing problem in their state. After 21 days, they should arrest all these people. Our religious leaders should please stop preaching that will divide Nigeria. Dr. Jedoku, I don't want anybody to blame the North. Everything started from the South. 1966 are very cool. If there's no, rigging in Southwest, there'll be no coup. If these people, overseas people will not feed Hausa Fulani and Yoruba any. People will trust each other. The mistrust from the south.
All right, 0906-200949. 0906-200949. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm sorry for Papa Dodo calling you. I think the primary purpose of any responsible government is to protect life and property. But it seems that to me today, that all types of government, they are losing grip of security challenges that Nigeria is facing. We need the right thing. Although it's a constitutional issue, we need the right thing, but we are not trying to do it. Let us decentralize our security architecture. Government is just to provide the necessary equipment for the police, the soldiers, the military, and other forces. But we essentially we are trying to say that we can be going to Abuja for security consultation. I don't think that's what we want. Enough is enough. We cannot be shedding blood like that cow. Thank you, good morning, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Falado. Let me take some message here. Tell Ayede and Muhyiddin Bello that their followers and children are the ones causing major violence in our society. What are they doing to camp them? Shagun from Malaran Sugar will go that. Good morning. I pity myself. I pity my children. And my pity goes to millions of innocent Nigerians who are, I don't know how to say this, but okay, Daniel from Okitunu, we got your message. Thank you. Which of the Nigerian language is Boko Haram? Yakubu Mohammed is asking a question there. This government has repented Boko Haram, likewise repented Minister of Communication. I pray this country won't sink by insecurity. I'm reading her sent, Tayo Banjo from Ajibode. Okay, those around the president are not coming to terms with the fact that Nigeria isn't safe and that has expanded the nation's problem. They should stop sweet talking and face the reality. Good morning, Hamid from Ayegun. Good morning to you there. Please do not say I'm a prophet of doom. Bear it in mind that there will be no divine intervention now until God actualizes his aim, because Nigeria has gone against God's will to the extent we are no longer worthy to be called Nigeria at all. God knows what to do even to end all these in a moment, but is annoyed with the system on ground. Achibiri FN. We got that too. Thank you.
All right, 0906-200949. 0906-200949. That's the last call we're going to take this morning. Hello.
Good morning. And the last call I've done on Dr. Oja, we disagree with you this morning. The Vice President has not complained that he is either reduced or has been reduced. And so we don't need to be more Catholic than the Pope or be more Ayatollah than the Sadist. The Vice President is comfortable in that office. If he's not comfortable, let him speak out. The security situation in the country is a thing of urgent concern by Nigerians of good conscience today. The President or the Presidency, whichever way, should convey a conference where ethnic nationality will discuss the future of this country, even if it is to intention. The signs are obvious there for us to see and act on. The agitation's intention, whether we believe it or not, is that the Kakakiki Nimochaka Kweki Kikaluko Sholi and Lototo. John Job is my name, thank you.
Thank you, Papa Okodororo. Thank you for your contribution there.
Yeah, very weighty. Let's be very clear that what we are doing about is scratching around for options. And whilst some might suggest that Oshibajo is comfortable there, what do we expect him to do? Some will say resign. Does resign solve the problem? I think our problems are more fundamental than that. I think governance must be allowed to take place in Nigeria. We are not having governance. What we are having is a few select people making decisions on behalf of millions.
All right, thank you so much. And we have some governors struggling to pose for a photo with the president. My name is Dele Adeyanju. Thank you so much for your time with us. Dr. Ojedokun, thank you for coming. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
FM 94.9.
Good day, my people. I'm here to discuss with you about the business model that has been working for the past 8 years. It worked before COVID-19 and it never fails paying its members during COVID-19. As I speak, it's still working. Join us May 3rd for physical mega program focusing on financial liberation. Cash FX has shown people how to make money from the biggest financial market in the world just by leveraging on the existing technology. On the 3rd of May in Ibadan, it's going to be powerful. Seeing is believing as we expose you to the tool of the rich in the 21st century. For you to be part of this life-changing experience, text yes to 081-3239-8357. I take it again, 081-3239-8357. For the last time, 081-3239-8357. See you at the free mega seminar.
Here is the station admired by other radio stations.
Yes, we are.
32 FM 94.9.
If you don't know the transfer news, you might tell your friends your team has the top striker.
What are you talking